Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kristen. I'm joined by Maddie.
Hi guys.
You guys know Maddie if you've seen my videos. She's been in a
hot
lot.
minute though.
It has. So today we have got some sushi, all homemade. I'm new to this whole mukbang thing, so I had this figured out. Hold it. Oh, there we go.
Mine Kristen's warped pan. That's why it keeps sliding.
I'm not a pro mukbanger, okay? I will be. Just give me some time.
Okay.
We've got some inari. This is all homemade. We've got inside out sushi. It's got tofu. We did carrot lox first time, so we'll see how they turn out. Avocado yam roll. We got cucumber avocado yam rolls. We got a whole smorgasbord, and I'm really excited to try it. I've got this peach drink. Oh, what did you get?
I got watermelon peach aloe vera juice.
I know the mukbangers do this.
Yours is gonna be fancy. Mine's not gonna make it sound like that.
Yes. Ooh, that's good. We're going to do a part 2 and ask more questions. We got some questions from you guys this time, so
Should be fun.
we'll have some miso soup, which we also made.
Which is vegan. We found vegan miso
I think I have the packet here.
somewhere.
Oh, this is the brand.
This is like 3 individual packets.
Mishima. Mishima.
Is it good?
Ooh, yeah.
I was hot. I burnt my fingers. I tried to carry it over in the bowl.
Ooh, that's good.
It's
Let's get into these questions.
Let's be stuff for faces.
What would you do over again in your life if you could? I need to think about that one.
Yeah, that one's a hard one to think about. Oh, you're going with sushi first? I'm going with the nori first.
Got some
Nice
soy
and yummy.
sauce here.
What would I redo my life again if I could? Actually, I think I know. So I was adopted into the family, and I think the way I would redo the way I told my birth mom that I knew who my biological parents were.
That's a good one.
I did it in a pretty bad way. I left a note on her door and ran away.
Wow, savage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I would definitely redo that.
I think if I could redo things, I'd probably try and have a better relationship with my dad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We don't really talk much anymore. I get like money for my birthday and that's about it.
I just want you from your dad, from your stepmom.
Yeah. So, I think if I could redo that part of my life, I would. Just because it would be nice. Like, I have my stepdad. I love my stepdad. He's great. He's been in my life for a while. But I feel like that part of my life is always going to be missing.
Yeah.
So,
That was a good one.
yeah. What is your favorite place to shop? This one has the carrot lox and tofu and cucumber. It's a little outside roll.
My favorite place to shop, like brand name store?
It could be anything. Emily, I know you asked this question.
Yeah.
I also have some ginger. If you guys don't know, I love ginger.
Like literally, she could eat it with everything.
I always ask for extra ginger when I go to the store.
Well, if it's, well, yeah, because Emily asked it. Emily's probably thinking like name brand store. 'Cause
Clothing.
if it was me, I'd be like, oh, Bayou Village or the Salvation Army.
Right? I love that
Yeah.
village. You guys
And
like
that's-
thrifting? Thumbs up.
That's you and I's thing. But like, if I had to pick, we don't go name brand shopping. We usually just go to Bayou Village or the thrift stores.
If you guys want to see a thrift store challenge, please comment below because I really want to do one of those $20 to find an outfit challenge.
I really like, I think most of my clothes are from like American Eagle and Aerie. That's where a majority of my stuff's from. Shop the sale rack. Even when I go to Winners, that's what I draw to, is American Eagle and Aerie stuff.
I think Winners was probably my favorite because there's like a mix of everything.
The cucumber tofu. Oh, it's avocado cucumber.
so good.
Looks nice and yummy.
Sweet or savory? You know my answer for that one.
Do they know your answer to that one?
Well, you go first.
Definitely sweet.
I like savory. Whenever we eat at the movies or we want a snack, I always have savory. I always have my chips.
You go to your chips.
Chips are my favorite.
Me, I'm always candy or like a donut or cookies.
Even when I was a kid, whenever I used to get Halloween candy, I would take all of the chips out and I would eat all the chips first. The chips and the dots.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dots?
If you guys know what dots are.
You can't find dots now. Like they don't exist anywhere.
Yeah, they do.
Where?
You can get them in Sydney.
I guess we're going to Sydney.
So yeah, that's definitely salty for me. Asked it all the time. What is the worst part about being vegan? Obviously this question's for me.
Sorry, I can't answer it. I'm just gonna shove my face more.
The worst part about being vegan is people who ask me stupid questions. People who are uneducated. I love to educate people and I will until I'm blue in the face. But people who ask me just like stupid questions like, oh, but bacon, or where do you get your protein? They're just uneducated questions and they frustrate me. But I love being vegan. Did you miss anything before you were vegan? I forget what they're called. They're like those chocolates with the cherry in the middle. And they come in like that yellow box.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I forget what they're called, but I really miss those and I really miss Cadbury cream eggs. I recently found out that Australia actually has Cadbury cream egg, like veganized. You can't buy them here yet, but it's coming. I know it is.
So anyone who goes to Australia, for instance, like wink wink, nudge nudge.
Hit me up. How long did you live in India? I guess these questions are all for me.
Oh, that's fine. I'll show my face.
I lived in India for 2 years and I went there from grade 10 to grade 11. So I actually went to high school there. Favorite celebrity?
Thanks, Emily. We should do a male and a female.
A male and a female? Oh no.
Right? When we like just wrote these questions down and we haven't like even really read them. So we don't really know what people are asking. We just kind of wrote them all down.
That's really hard because I don't really
watch many movies. Like,
I don't really keep up with celebrities that much. Like, I'll keep up on the drama, like the tea with the Kardashians, you know, like Jordan Woods
yeah, but
and
we
Kylie.
we watch reality TV or like documentary stuff. We don't watch stuff with celebrities and ever, except like the other day. But like, it's not much.
I mean, I like Ellen. She's funny. Does that count?
Ellen's a good one. Yeah, she's a celebrity.
Dr. Phil. He's pretty
James,
funny.
what's his name? James Corbin?
James Camden. James Corbin.
How do you pronounce whoever does carpool karaoke? That guy, I love him.
Oh, he's hilarious. That's a good one.
He is. I love him. He did one with the Jonas Brothers.
I feel like most
back
people.
and sing.
Oh yeah.
That was fun to watch.
I feel like most people are gonna think that we're gonna pick like the Kardashians or like Justin Bieber.
Just cause. No. Justin Bieber's drama's funny, but like, how do you get married?
The only time I keep up with celebrity drama is when the tea is hot. That's
yeah, but how do you get married? So like that just bugs me. Like, what? You dated her for 3 months and one got married, and now you're already having marriage problems in one magazine, and the other magazine you're saying you're suicidal and you want people's prayers. Like,
money doesn't fix all your problems. Nope. That is a lesson.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
This one. Drinking soy sauce all over.
She just spilled everything.
Well, they can't see it, so it's fine.
Excuse me. What is your biggest fear?
Probably dying before my parents do.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Especially with past events that have happened in my life in the last couple weeks. Definitely dying before my parents do.
I think dying is my biggest fear. Speaking of dying, I don't know what happens. And I think it's mostly fear of the unknown that scares me more than anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not knowing what's gonna happen when I'm
Well,
there.
especially because now there's so many, like, you die and, like, the
There's so
doctors
many
can't figure out why.
conspiracies. Yeah.
Like,
Like what happens?
Life experience. SIDS. Like doctors, it's been around since almost 100 years and doctors still don't know why it happens.
It's crazy. Or like people who go into comas for months on end and just wake up suddenly. Like what happened to them?
Yeah. Like,
what happened? I want to know.
I'm curious. Shane Dawson, please figure it out.
Tell me. Tell me right now. Three things you can live without? I feel like it should be can't live without.
Yeah, I think it's can't. My bad.
3 things you can't live without.
This is fucking all over the counter now, so I want to wipe it up.
3 things I can't live without.
Our phone. I think that's both of ours. It's our phones. We use your phone so much for like social media and YouTube, and that's one thing.
That's so pathetic. I feel so white.
Yeah, but I feel like any YouTuber would say either their phone or their camera.
Yeah.
So,
my phone, probably my toothbrush, because like I don't really want to get
super
cavities.
hygienic.
That's really gross.
You really like your hygiene when it comes to your teeth.
Probably my phone, probably my toothbrush, and probably hair elastics, because I get really annoyed with my hair, and eventually I just want to like cut it all off, which I have done. I've literally been in the shower and cut off my hair. It's finally growing back. It turned out great. But yeah, that's probably my 3 things. My phone, my toothbrush, and my hair elastics, which is pretty boring, but basics, you know? I don't need to wear makeup.
No. I don't know. Phone's definitely on mine, because I use it for everything. Like my debit card's on my phone. My house key's on my phone. Maps are on my phone. It's really sad that society's come to like not be able to live without their cell phones. I remember like when I was little, like when I was 6 and 7, like cell phones weren't a thing. The iPod, well, the first generation iPod just came out when I was 6 and 7.
Yep.
And like you had to call your friends to make plans. Like
it was so much nicer.
It was so much stress free.
Like Tinder now.
Or Facebook dating.
That's weird.
Okay, my phone. This is gonna sound really funny.
Your dry shampoo.
My dry shampoo, because I use it all the time.
You literally have it with you at all times.
I don't leave my house. And something, it's a food related thing. I bought it at Superstore last time we were there. Kaylee hates them. You also hate them.
Wasabi peas?
Yes. I cannot live without those.
You see any wasabi with the sushi? No.
Like, I cannot live without my wasabi peas.
Whenever
I'm craving something, or if I'm stressed, like that's what I go to, is wasabi peas.
I've tried
or anything wasabi flavored. Apparently there's wasabi flavored Cheetos.
How did you become friends?
Well, we met.
It was kind of like we got set up, like on a date. Almost.
Really, it was. It was like here. Well, the first time we met, it was at Kaylee's birthday dinner, but like indirectly. Like I was sitting with my coworkers and Kaylee's friends, and then Kristen was sitting with other friends of Kaylee's that she knew. I think we were right across the table from each other though, because you had pink hair then.
Yes.
And you weren't vegan. Were you?
No, I was.
The sushi roll Browns is vegan.
I didn't get a sushi roll. I got the teriyaki bowl.
Tony
got the sushi. And then
Kaylee decided to move to Fort St. John with her boyfriend. We're still mad at you for that, by the way.
I feel like we got a lot closer after Kaylee left, because we were kind of like both grieving her at the same time. We did a lot of like video chatting with her after she left.
Not so much now.
Not so much now, but that's when we got closer, I think. First impression of each other.
There wasn't really one.
You had like a bit of a bitch face, so I was like, ooh, I don't know about her.
I always come off.
I have a resting bitch face too, though. So
yeah, but the first time I met you, like at dinner, you weren't.
No.
Because the time I got there, you had a couple drinks in you, and you were like,
I was a little jazzed up.
She was a little jazzy. You know?
I think that was after I got off work too, wasn't it?
I think so.
Probably had a bad day. Worst and best meal you've ever had?
Worst meal and best meal? The worst meal is when my parents first separated and my dad moved in with a bunch of his buddy co-workers, and my dad wasn't the best cook back then. He's really good now, but his friends decided to make him a lasagna because me and my siblings were coming over.
Oh no.
And he puts olives in his lasagna, which is fine, and I hate olives. So to boot, normally the olives are like big black olives and I could pick them out. They poured the olive juice into the tomato sauce and then put the tomato sauce into the lasagna. I walked in the door, the house smelled like olives. I almost gagged.
Why would you put the juice in?
I don't know. I could barely eat.
Like,
it was really gross.
just with the olives would be fine, but like olive juice, gross.
It was gross.
That's disgusting.
And my dad, because I was 9 years old, tried to force me to eat it. And then we went upstairs, I had to eat dinner, and I found the Halloween candy and ate that instead.
Worst meal I've ever had was when I was with my dad when I was visiting one summer. And we went to this place for poutine because it was like very popular.
You say it very Canadian. Poutine. Not poutine. Poutine.
Well, I am Canadian. Hello.
That's not my choice.
Are we sharing?
Apparently.
And it was a well-known place in New Brunswick, so they wanted me to check it out, and I was excited. I love poutine. So we go there, and I took a couple bites, and it tasted a little off. I'm not kidding you, there was flies in my poutine. About 3. And it was literally about this big, and I kid you not, I threw up.
The poutine.
The poutine. It was, ugh. Probably the nastiest experience of my life, and I could not have it for a very long time after that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Best meal I've ever had? Oof, that's a hard one.
There's been so many.
I know. I think probably those Big Macs that we made with the In-N-Out fries.
Those were good. And the chicken pot pie we made.
When we did Emily's birthday dinner. That is in here if you guys want to watch it. It's in my older vlogs. Favorite piece of clothing?
What's with Emily and all the clothing questions?
I know, right? I know. I already know it's Emily's even without looking at it.
Kristen's are your sweatpants, I think. You're always in them. I mean, I always have my scarf on. Okay, favorite recent clothing item is actually something Kristen found. We vlogged about it. That jacket from Value Village. If I did not buy that when I did, I would have
one.
Yeah, froze for the rest of winter.
That was a cute jacket.
That would have saved me if I got kicked off the bus coming home from Vancouver that one time. I think that's my favorite recent one. And all the stuff I got in Italy.
I just like leggings. I would rather wear them. I forced myself to wear jeans yesterday, and I felt like a stuffed sausage, so I changed out of them very quickly. I'm just so used to wearing leggings, and they just suck you in, and they just feel so nice. It's like a warm hug. I'm very picky about my leggings, though. Anyone who knows me, I will only wear a certain brand of leggings and a certain type. Hair. Yeah. How hard is it to buy affordable vegan food? That is another question for me. I don't really think it's hard at all. I mean, it depends what you're buying. Like if you... So I'm basically cutting out the cheese, the milk, and the meat products. So right off the bat, that's making my shopping a lot cheaper because those are probably arguably the most expensive things that you can buy. The only time I really buy the meat substitutes, which were a bit more expensive, and like the cheese and all that, is when I'm feeding omnivores. Like I don't really buy the substitutes by myself.
Even when you and I hang out, we don't really get substitutes unless we're making something fancy like grilled cheese where you need
my groceries are like $80.
Yeah, well, after a while too.
Like for 2 weeks of groceries when I meal prep.
You buy in bulk too.
Yeah. Yeah. Not really expensive. It's not hard at all.
If you know where to shop, you gotta shop around. Find like name brand stuff too. You're better off buying no name and not.
I'm very cheap. I'm good at finding the cheapest thing.
You look for it. You don't. You're not good at it. You just look for it. She'll go in, and even if something is 2 cents cheaper, she'll be like, "No, this one."
You can't tell the difference.
You can't tell, but also sometimes you buy the cheaper thing. There's less in the cheaper can than if you were to pay 2 cents more. Kristen doesn't care.
I'm stubborn.
She's set in her ways, and you can't change them. Okay?
Nope. What's your go-to hangout session?
We have a couple of them. Like it's not just one.
It depends if we're feeling like we want to just be fat.
If we want to just be fat, we're really good at going to the grocery store down the road, getting fried potato wedges, and something to put on top of them. That's like our thing. We've done chili on top of them. We've made chicken and waffles with them. Oh my god. Not really waffles, chicken and fries. Really. We literally got drunk one night and decided to walk down to the grocery store to get potatoes.
And I get that almond bark. Oh, that chocolate almond bark.
Or the ginger, chocolate or ginger.
Another thing we do, like if we're filming, we will usually go out and do all of our groceries and then just chill here, get really fat, and then watch movies.
And then not want to film.
Yeah. We have to convince each other to film, especially after we've had like a really long day. It's a lot better now that I drive.
Yeah.
Because before it was like quite the ordeal because we had to take the bus and then we had to walk and then we had to carry everything.
And our schedules then, more so then, weren't the same.
No.
So like
So
I
you
would
do it
work
after
at
you get
6
off
to
work,
yeah,
yeah.
I would work 6 to 2:30, and then by the time we shop and get back, it's like 5 o'clock, and by then I've been up for 12 hours, and I'm like, meh, and I don't want to film.
Yeah.
So that was like the Monday we filmed after the Arkells. Literally went to the Arkells, didn't get home until midnight. I worked at 4:30 the next day.
Oh my
Slept
gosh,
for
that was
3.5
nuts.
I slept for 3.5 hours. Kristen picked me up after work. Went shopping, and I was like falling asleep filming. But
We like thrifting too.
that too.
We go thrifting,
The
lagoon at night.
We're very spontaneous when we hang out. It's always like,
Like today, we decided we just wanted to go hiking, which was really fun.
I was dying. Not
The
gonna
filming
lie.
was spontaneous because I really wanted sushi. I had sushi yesterday. I always want sushi. As you guys know, it is my favorite food. I love it.
You could eat something.
I could. Embarrassing moment between the two of you.
We have a couple. So, Kristen had a license for a while, saving up for a car, went to Africa, comes back, buys a car, hasn't had the car for 2 days. So she's still learning. And standard. So she was really set on buying an automatic and all this. Couldn't find an automatic in her price range.
Michael wanted me to get a standard.
Her boyfriend drove standard. It was a little easy. So, learning how to drive standard, and she's been fine. Decides to hit a curb,
We
and
were going around like the end of the road. There was like a little
lip.
a roundabout kind of.
But
Almost.
she's driven in an automatic several times and not hit the curb. And hits the curb, and we're like, oh, whatever. Maybe she just hit her oil pan. No.
Blew out my tire. Yeah.
Had to put the spare on.
Thank God for Mike because
Shout out
honestly,
to Michael.
he like jacked up the car, put the spare on, brought it to work the next day, put on new tires for me. I love you. I got an I love you that night too. So it was a bit of a bittersweet moment.
That was an awkward moment. No,
She was sitting in the back
Don't
seat.
let your friend's boyfriend say I love you for the first time while they're making out in the front seat and you're sitting in the back seat after you had been in a work meeting for 5 hours all day.
It was cute. It was a good moment.
Good job, Michael.
Another moment, which is also really embarrassing. I should have just left my car there.
You should have, but also you shouldn't have, because everyone was telling you you would have gotten a ticket.
Yeah. Well, it was my first time driving in the snow, and we don't usually have really harsh winters. Like usually our winters are pretty chill. And
Oh, there on the lip. Oops.
and I live like where I park on my road. It's like very empty, so the snowplow comes and buries all of the cars.
Yeah.
So we're out there.
And buries the road.
I will insert a video if I find one.
Or a picture. You need a picture of how far your car was from the curb. She had to pee really bad.
Oh my gosh, it was awful. And I was like trying to dig my car out, and there was a hole on one side. And then my poor neighbor, she was watching us dig, and she felt bad for us. So she started helping with the shovel. She's like, I was gonna see what you guys were doing, but I wanted to see if you guys needed a lesson or if you were gonna learn your lesson. And I was like, I'm just trying to get my car out of the middle of the road because I don't want to get a ticket. She's like, oh, so you're not planning on driving it? No, I'm not planning on driving my car.
We're stinging it out for no reason.
I'm just trying to not be illegal right now.
And also, Kristen we don't have a snow shovel because you live in an apartment building.
Mike went and bought me an emergency kit, and it was at his
house.
So she was like, oh, you should really get an emergency kit. I'm like, I do have one, I just don't have it with
And
me.
my coworker was going to come tow her, but he had just ordered his tow chain like a couple days before, so he couldn't help us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were like scooping with, what were we using?
We were using
your tire tracks.
We were using the tire tracks, and then a neighbor that felt bad for us lent us their shovel, and then we also had my broom dustpan. You're scooping this.
I was freezing.
It was so embarrassing.
Grumpy.
Yeah, it was probably the most embarrassing moment.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But we're good now. We've grown from it. The snow's gone. It's all melted away.
Kristen's not allowed to
Thank
drive when
God.
it's snowing anymore.
Yeah. And it was annoying because we tried to look for another parking spot and there was literally none. So we had to like, that's how I got that spot.
So she like partially blocked off somebody's driveway, but meh.
And then because the neighbor was driving the car, because you can kind of seesaw it back and forth as a standard, he was going into the spot as the other girl was going into the driveway beside us, and she got stuck too.
Yeah,
so it was just like a whole disaster.
It's about 3 feet of snow here. We
Oh
never
yeah,
get that.
yeah.
Maybe like it snows here, like maybe we get 2-3 centimeters. But the thing is, when it snows here, the whole city shuts down, no matter how much.
Nobody knows how to act around the snow.
No, it's really kind of funny to watch. It's really bad.
What's your favorite Starbucks drink?
I've had a couple. I never get the same thing when I'm with you, though. It depends what the weather is outside.
Okay, so maybe you should answer that then.
My go-to one is a venti caramel macchiato.
I knew it had something with caramel.
Sub blonde espresso, and make it either, well, if it's a hot one, it's a quad. So 4 shots of espresso with extra caramel drizzle and extra hot. It's not that complicated.
You're a white girl.
I am. So are you, though.
I like Tim Hortons.
That too. But if you were to go to Starbucks, it'd be her matcha green tea latte.
Or the blossoming rose.
Yeah.
Or with soy milk or coconut milk.
What's the other? No, your summer one's that refresher.
Oh, the peach.
There's the passion tea.
Passion tea lemonade, passion tea tango. I can't remember.
Something with 0 calorie sweetener.
That was so good. My favorite.
That was good.
Future tattoos / favorite tattoo. I can't. Mine is on my leg.
Mine's also on my leg. We'll just insert pictures of our favorite ones. Future tattoos. I want so many.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was like in high school and growing up, I told myself I would never get a tattoo ever in my life.
Very
You can't really see it. It's like a rose because it was my grandma's fruit flower, but it was like on a whim. I walked in, and like the guy who tattooed this one also tattoos the shop that I go to now on occasion. I think future tattoos would be a Bible verse that I've always wanted, and then the one that my dad and I are gonna get together.
I think I want to get one. Like, I want to get an animal liberation tattoo, which is just like a ton of animals, but it's going to be really expensive, and it's probably going to be a thigh piece, and I just got that kind of area done, and it was really painful, so I'm going to wait on that one. Yeah. And I think Brianna and I were talking about getting a tribute tattoo for Draco and Gemma, because when we first moved in here and we had Draco, because we had him for about a year before he passed on, we were talking about getting...
You should do that.
Yeah.
A pearler piece. That should be the tattoo. Pardon my random thought.
We were talking about it because we have like a bunch of photos on Pinterest saved of the tattoos that we wanted, and we want like a white cat and a gray cat like laying in the grass with flowers because we want it to be like really happy. Yeah.
A shoulder piece or something.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I think we want to get in the future for sure. Kind of like a tribute piece.
Just note self, if you're gonna get tattoos, make sure you actually like them.
Wait for at least a year before you get it, because honestly, they're permanent, and if you don't want it in a year, and if you don't want it in a year, there's no point. So I've waited a year for pretty much all of my tattoos except for 2. So, and I haven't regretted any of them. So,
I don't regret any of mine. Nope. I mean, I only have 2, so.
They're addictive though.
I mean, I didn't wait a year for my draft one.
There's a couple I wanted that I don't want now, so I'm really glad I waited.
I didn't wait a year for my draft one. We tried to have my draft one in July, and I got it in November. But ever since I got this one, I knew I wanted a draft.
You've been talking about a draft for a long time, though.
Yeah, and Olivia did a great job, so I'm in love with it.
Yeah. I wanted a bicycle really badly.
A bicycle?
Just like a plain bicycle on my arm, but I don't want it anymore. I wanted that, and then I wanted, like, roses here.
I feel like that's that's what a lot of people have.
Exactly, which is, I don't want...
Something I really wanted when I was, after this one, was a picture of the world. And then I wanted one of those cute little lines going to the airplane, with an airplane at the end of it, saying, let's travel the world together. I don't know why, I just found it really cute and I saw it on Pinterest. Now I definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's very white girl, typical. Type in Pinterest travel tattoo and that's what comes up.
I try my best to have the most unique tattoos. Like, I don't want anything that someone already has, so that's why I really like Olivia. Shout out to Olivia, I love you.
She's really good.
She's done pretty much all my tattoos.
She's really good at taking what you want, or your ideas, and making it something.
Something that no one else has, which I really like.
She's really good at.
She's really good at customizing the tattoo to your body. And if she knows me well enough now that if I just tell her what I want, she'll come up with something because she knows my style. So
I've taken a lot of people there.
I've recommended a lot of people there.
Desiree's gone there. My coworker goes there, not to Libya, but like it's kind of one of the well-known shops around where we are. A lot of people we go there.
I followed her too because she used to be in another shop, so I've followed her around since she's moved. What is your dream travel spot / favorite vacation?
Favorite vacation, hands down, was Italy. That was a good one. That one, we went on a senior band trip. That's one thing
That sounds fun.
I don't regret about high school is taking band. Everyone's like, why would you take band? And I was like,
I took band.
all the experiences I learned in band, like we went to San Francisco.
Man, your band was way cooler.
We went to Italy in grade
any of
12.
that.
We went to West Edmonton Mall. We did like stuff down to Seattle.
That wasn't here though.
No, it was in Surrey.
I was gonna say.
But even my friends here, like if you went to high school here, my friend went to, where's Mardi Gras held? Why am I blanking on where Mardi Gras is held?
New Orleans?
That. Yeah, my friend, my stepsister went there for band. But yeah, Italy was definitely the best. My dream would probably be Bora Bora.
Ooh.
I really have a fascination with like clear water and seeing what's. I hate the ocean. That's my biggest fear. Also, is the ocean. I hate not seeing what's underneath me.
Me too.
So I want to go
the dark abyss.
Yeah, the clear water, Bora Bora or somewhere like Fiji, St. Lucia, something like that.
My dream vacation, I have two. I feel like Australia I would definitely like to go to because I've always wanted to travel there.
I see you get your Cadbury vegan cream eggs.
Yeah. They got a lot of vegan substitutes there. It would be heavenly for me. I really want to go there. I want to go to Bali because I've always wanted to go there. There's a ton of incredible destinations that I want to check out. Beaches, restaurants.
The thing there though,
Just like so many hidden gems. I love
getting
places
there is
like
expensive,
that.
but like once you're there,
It's so cheap.
it's so cheap.
Yeah. My favorite place that I've ever been was definitely Greece. We stayed in this little villa in Santorini. I didn't like Athens that much, like the city. I really enjoyed the islands.
Isn't Santorini the place that's in the traveling pants?
I think so.
And what's her that YouTuber got engaged?
Maybe. There's a ton of...
Aspen, that's who it is.
Yeah.
I remember. Aspen got
Well, there's
engaged
a ton of different islands like all around each
Yeah.
other. Santorini's just like one of them.
I think it's one of the main ones that everybody
Yeah.
knows.
But we took like a boat there and then we stayed in this gorgeous villa. I'll try and see if I can insert some photos. And they would bring us our breakfast and our lunch every morning and we got to watch the sunset over the water. Oh my gosh.
That'd be a good one.
I want to go back. Probably one of my favorite
It's so
locations.
hard
And it
to
was
pick.
just so clean.
Yeah.
Like you don't even think it's that clean. Like you think, oh, it's just photos. But it was unreal. We're at 37
That's 10 minutes longer than we wanted to go to, but I'm
Yeah.
sure with all the editing.
Well, if you guys enjoyed the mukbang, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that. Mukbang.
Same thing, different brick.
If you guys would like to see me eat anything else, definitely let me know down below. And if you have any questions that you want me to answer, make sure to ask those down below as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!